Walmart has deployed their first charger in Florida. Not Electrify America on a Walmart site, but actual Walmart charger. We tested the first one of these they deployed in the United States in Dallas, which didn't go so well. We had a bunch of authorization issues, a bunch of connection issues. They put the NACS connector on the wrong side of the charger. We're hoping that they've learned from those growing pains and we find that it's in much better shape at this location. They also seem to have deployed a new app for authorization, so maybe that means they're learning from their mistakes. We're really excited to see these Walmart chargers deploy. I think they're going to give Tesla a run for their money. Their Walmart actually has better locations. They own the land. Just overall, it should be a better experience. So we're going to let full self-driving take us there. I'm probably going to run this in Mad Max since we're running up a section of I-4. You can see the traffic's bad on, and we're going to get out of here. So let's go. I'm leaving it in a hurry until we get off my driveway. Once we get moving down here a little bit, I'm not going to make you sit through 51 minutes of traffic. I will speed this up like I normally do. Anything interesting happens, I will of course cut it back in and I'll let you guys know. But otherwise, I think I'm actually going to leave it in a hurry until we get up close to the freeway.
In 1,000 feet, turn right onto North Goodman Road.
The last thing I need is a speeding ticket on Goodman up here, which goes back and forth on how much they like to enforce the 35-mile-an-hour speed limit. This is also a high traffic time, so I'll be very curious to see how self-driving handles the chaos.
Now turn right onto North Goodman Road.
Doesn't think there's any traffic, but I'm still going to clear it. There's one car coming up, which I did not wait for, but appears to have been perfectly safe and hurry. I think it's standard it actually would have waited there. As you can see, they're relatively far behind us. Remember what I was saying about not speeding here because there's cops? Like that one, right there. Okay, I'm going to speed it up here. See you at Walmart. Not sure what that was all about. But I'll have to go back to the video afterwards. I think it thought the speed bump was some object in the road. It didn't make me take control though. It just beeped and yelled like I was going to hit something. So that's interesting. But I didn't see anything that was actually worrisome. So, okay, well, we'll have to see how we go from here. little less than a mile to go in about a minute, according to the GPS.
In 1,000 feet, keep right toward Florida Southern College.
Let's see how she maneuvers down to the Walmart parking lot, and if she actually backs into a spot. It'll be interesting to see how this plays out. I've only seen it back into, select a charger, and back into a spot at Tesla chargers.
Now keep right toward Florida Southern College.
At Rivian Adventure Network chargers, forgot the name there for a second. So, usually with EVgo, and we have seen also with ChargePoint Mercedes chargers, it just stops you in front of them and lets go. But this one, it actually started battery conditioning. But this one, it actually started battery conditioning when we left the house, which was a little odd for it to be doing it that early, which means it actually knows it's a charger. So we'll have to see how this actually goes. But first, it's got to get us there. Another cop. There's tons of cops today. Guess it was a bad day to try Mad Max. Though it did a phenomenal job on I-4. Have your own run out lane. Go take it. Now you've only got 0.2 miles to get over. Are we gonna make it? Come on. You got space. 0.1 miles.
In 500 feet, turn left.
It didn't go over when it had a solid white line. That's actually an improvement from even the previous version. Ooh, what's up with the
Now
hesitation?
turn left.
Oh, you're gonna miss your turn if you don't get in there. Come on. I think I personally would have gone to the light and turned in, but what can you do? It's what the navigation chose to do. This is an interesting location to put the first one in Florida. I wonder if it just got through permitting faster than anywhere else. It's not where I would have thought to put one, although it is really, really close to the highway. It is a very full, very busy parking lot, as you will see in a second. So we shall see what it looks like when we get in there. Does it see the guy on the bicycle? Can't tell, it's behind the little image. So we got the guy walking across the street. We got nice visualization on. Another guy walking across the street. There's a guy sitting there on a bicycle. And it just thinks it's a guy, not a person on a bike. Okay. Now what are we gonna do? The chargers are up in front of us.
Now your destination is on the left.
There's nobody charging at them. They're not LPtronic chargers. Interesting. So these will be a different one to try. Or they are with a different screen on them, maybe? They don't look the same as the other ones. It selected a charger. Badly. It's tentative with the individual in front of us. Sorry, we're blocking your way. Second. There we go. Now it should have picked the one on the other side, because that's where the charging port is. But what can you do? Ooh, let's not hit that pole. I'm not sure it wouldn't have hit the pole. But okay, let's go see if we can get a charging session going. So it did pick the right side with NACS. So plug in to get started. It's 46 cents a kilowatt hour. So we're working really hard to compete with the Rivian Adventure Network for most expensive here. This thing is an Anaconda, wow. Okay, I gotta sit you down for a second, hold on. Okay, we got a blue light. So now, start charging with Walmart app. Okay, be right back. Well, that's a different interface. Interesting. Starting charging. Well, let's see how the speed ramps up. $144 makes sense because we're at 63%. So what do we get on charge details here? So looks like about the same screen. This is interesting. It shows you down here like you're at a gas pump. Okay. So who makes these? So ABB. Oh, that's putting on a lot of heat. Wow. It's be interesting to come in here a lot lower and see what we actually charge at, but it's not a bad charging location. The last one is, of course, iced, because that's going to happen. They put these too close to the store. But looks like the last time this was used was 38 kilowatt hours. Any of these got big charges on them? 27. Interesting. Okay, let's go see what this looks like in the truck. to 100%. Okay. High voltage. Charging. Okay, 162 amps, 770 volts. Everything looks like it's working like you'd expect. It only says It only says 50 minutes remaining. You see this in a lot of people's videos and then in the comments on why does it take so long? Because I set it to 100%. You normally would never charge to 100%. So if I go into charging, I take this down to something reasonable like 80%, we're going to be like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. And even then, we're only getting 116 because the Cybertruck doesn't charge particularly fast past 50%. It still charges faster than my Model S did, but that was a 75D and it rarely saw 113 charging from zero. So, okay. But we're going to let it get a little bit of juice in here and see how this looks, and then we're going to get out of here. So I charged more than I had originally planned to do. I charged to nearly 100% while I was there because I got tied up inside the store and got a phone call, and you guys don't care about any of this. So we're now on our way back. I have to say, in kind of wrapping this up, very impressed with this version. As you can see, it is running it happily at night, although we are currently in standard. The new Walmart chargers on those ABB chargers are interesting. They work well, as you saw in the videos, matched voltage well, held the charging curve that the Cybertruck has, as lame as it is, up at 60%. So very excited to see that that worked. I am still not entirely overjoyed at Walmart's means of authorizing the charger. You scan a QR code on the screen, which pops the app, which then, because right now they have Black Friday sales, those pop up in front of you before you can then go find the automotive section, where then you have to scan the QR code again, which then authorizes that particular charger. Anything that requires 9 clicks is not user-friendly. And that's coming from somebody who designs terrible UI when I do it myself. So I think Walmart's got a long ways to go there. Why you can't just scan a credit card at the machine, I don't know. I guess it does feel a little bit like in the stores now, where they really want you to use the app to make the purchase. But the QR code that the register in the store gives you takes you directly to the payment screen in the app, where that doesn't happen for the EV chargers. So I think that's a barrier to entry that Walmart really does need to sort out. Overall, chargers are impressive. It is interesting that they seem to be testing different types of chargers in different markets. These had nice long cables on them. They're kind of big anacondas. I think they are liquid-cooled cables based on their weight, though it wasn't hot out enough to really notice, and we weren't charging at a rate that mattered enough for them to have to turn that cooling on. But overall, impressed. Charged way more than I anticipated, and I wouldn't have done that had it not worked real well. So thank you guys for coming along for the ride. Please like and subscribe if you want to see more test videos. We have 2 big road trips coming up, and I got to go up to Atlanta and tow a car back that we bought up there, which should be interesting and fun. And I need to decide if I take the Cybertruck or the Silverado. Anyone has an opinion, throw it down in the comments. Thank you again, and have a great night, or whatever time zone it is where you're watching this.